was born to be king over the sea to Skye. Shickum! Mike's music method. Come on in, everybody. We're going to do a lovely song today. Skyboat song by the Corries. You may know it from the TV show, The Outlanders, or something like that. I don't know. That's been brought to my attention. It's a great song. My buddy Patrick told me about the Corries and this song. It is a lovely finger-pick tune, kind of classical style. You're going to have to know your PIMA fingers. I'd say it's a beginner's piece, though. No matter where you're at in the picking journey, dive into this one. No hammer-ons, no fancy work, just really beautiful picking. That being said, to get to sing it, to get this pattern to enough muscle memory to be able to sing it, will be a challenge. So it's one of those that it's kind of for all skill levels, and it's just a beautiful, old, traditional sounding folk tune. If you're new to Mike's music method, timestamps are down below. They're your best friends. I tab this out to the best of my ability, put my headphones on, get dialed in, so I feel very great about all my tabs. They're all free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. They will be up here on the screen, but it's best to download them so that you have them. And that's it. Mike's music method is based on the value for value model, so pay what the tab is worth to you. More on that later. Without further ado, we're going to go through every measure. After that, we'll talk about how to sing it together. So there's a whole section on that. Then at the very end, there's the slow run-throughs where we can play along together at a nice slow tempo. My goal here is to get you to learn this darn song, and I'm going to try my best to do that over the next 15 minutes or so here. Not a hard one, so we'll kind of breeze through it. A lot of repeat stuff. Without further ado, Capo 3rd fret. Thank you, Patrick Quinn, for inspiring this song. And let's do it. Chikum. Capo's on the 3rd fret. There's a bunch of different ways you could finger this song. It's a beautiful little waltz. I'm going to encourage you to do it kind of the classical, traditional way, which will be using your ring finger. So I'm always going to refer to it that way. But note, of course, you can do more thumb. You can not use your ring finger at all and compensate by using more thumb and the other fingers. But I'm going to encourage you to do it that way. Also, if you don't know PIMA, look up PIMA, P-I-M-A. It's the Latin or Spanish for your right hand fingers. It saves us time if you look up PIMA. So let's do it. We got a C chord right off the bat. I'm going to pinch the A and the E string, so 5 and 1, and I'm going to use my P and A, so that's thumb and ring, to hit both of those. Then I do my middle finger on the 2nd string. Then the pointer finger does the 3rd. So we got that beautiful pinch and then descend it. Thumb and ring, middle, pointer, right back to the middle on the 2nd string. So let's try that. 2, 3, because it's 3, 4. But then the measure ends. Thumb goes to the 4th string. Then the pointer does the 3rd. So let's try the whole thing now. 3, 4. And that's it. 3, 4. Really beautiful. And then we put the G in the bass. That's all we're doing here in measure 2. So my ring finger simply goes up to here. Now there's no reason right off the get-go you couldn't have that ring finger there and then just put the pinky where the normal ring finger usually goes. I just call that the big C. But I'm moving it, or you can do it the big way. Either way is fine. But what we're doing here is 6 with our thumb, then middle finger on the 2nd string, pointer on the 3rd, back to the middle, and then thumb does the 4th again, pointer does the 3rd. So 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3 are the strings. Let's do 1 and 2 together. 3, 4. Move that ring finger. Like I said, of course, you don't have to use your ring finger at all. It would look like this. I could start with my middle and do more thumb. It's a lot more motion. All right, in measure 3, we start the humming. And 3 and 4 are exactly the same as measure 1, where you got the pinch, and then the arpeggio, and again. Measure 5, we go to a G chord. All we need is a 3rd fret on that low E string, that's it. And we're gonna do thumb on the 6, middle finger on 2, pointer on 3, back to middle on 2, thumb on 4, pointer on 3. So in other words, just the pointer and middle stay on 2 and 3 here. 3. So that's measure 5 and 6. Then back to the pinch here in 7 on the C chord. Measure 8 is new. We have an F/A. So what that means, we got an F chord. We have nothing. 1, 2, 3, and then open, because it's an F chord with that open A in the bass. Really beautiful. We're gonna hit the thumb there, 2nd string, 3rd, 2nd, thumb on the 4th, and then we lift it and we hit what I call an open string cheat. So we're preparing our left hand to go back to the C chord, and we lift it there. It's beautiful, because like, I know that open G isn't in the F chord, but it's called an anticipation because that open G is in the C chord. And we do that all the time in order to get our hands over to the next chord without there being any flub noises. And sure, the note's not in the chord, but it sounds beautiful and works. So that measure again, thumb, middle, pointer, middle, thumb, then lift it and play the pointer. And back to the C chord. Here there is no pinch on the C. So you'll notice a lot in this song that's interchangeable. You can pinch that first one, or there is no pinch and you just do thumb, middle. And then back to the G in measure 10, we've already seen that. Go to the timestamps at the end of the video and do a slow run through of that intro. We had a little bit of the intro in the hum section. Now we start with the chorus. So measure 11, we have the chorus. It's the C chord, same idea, no pinch. Does it again. To the G we've already seen, and 13 and 14, back to the C and 15, and then back to the F/A. It's exactly the same, then 17 is a C, 18 is a G. Yeah! Alright, so we're nearly done. We're just going to cruise through the verse now. If you want, you can do a slow run through of the chorus, but I'm confident you already got it because it's just repeats. Let's just walk through the verse, make sure nothing's funny. Measure 19, pinch. Then we got the 6th string. Ooh, 21 is new. We have a G chord with a B in the bass. So check that out. I just have a G chord, but I'm only playing the B in the bass. So I got 5th string with my thumb, middle on the 2nd, pointer finger on the 3rd string, back to the 2nd with my middle. Thumb does 4, pointer does 3. So same pattern as the C chord. Then here in 22, we do a G7, so I'm going to put my pointer finger down here on the 1st fret of the high string. And I'm going to arpeggiate that. So what we do here is ring finger on the top, and then middle, pointer. So you're just descending, 1st, 2nd, 3rd string, ring, middle, pointer, back to the middle on the 2nd, thumb does the 4th string, pointer does the 3rd. So 2, 3. Back to the F/A chord. But here we don't lift it, and you'll notice we keep running here. So we've got 5, 2, 3, 2, thumb on 4, 3. So all the same except we don't lift at the end. Then actually here we are going to bar and measure 24. I'm going to bar this 1st finger so it is more like a normal F now. And I'm going to do top string with my ring, then my middle, my pointer, back to my middle. Ring, middle, pointer, middle, 4th string with my thumb, back to the pointer on the 3rd. So all those measures of F, 3, 4. Really beautiful, huh? The donation pitch. As I said at the beginning, Mike's Music Method operates on the value for value model. What that means is the content is there for free. I say free, but nothing in life is free. I'm a real human. You can poke me. And I work real hard on these. I transcribe them myself. I try to get the best tab ever. And I try to bring you the tutorials in an accurate way, but a fun, digestible way, if you haven't picked up on that by now. But that's it. If you go over to mikesmusicmethod.com, you can donate in all sorts of ways. You can give $2 a month, $5 a month, $50 a month. You can do a one-time donation of $10,000 or $1.50, right? PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, my website. Go to mikesmusicmethod.com. It's all there. But all I ask is like, you gotta support what you love in the world, or or it might go away. So that's all I'm asking. I keep this stuff free for everybody to download because some people just can't financially support music in their life. But I believe that's a small percentage of you. Everyone else, even if you gave $2 a month, right? I've got 5,000 unique people coming to my website every month so if I could get $10 from all you guys, $5, even $2 from all you guys, that would be like a legit living. I know some of you absolutely can't afford it, but if you made it this far in the video, $10 for this song, or if you're continually downloading content, sign up for a monthly plan. That's it. That's all I'm trying to say. If I was a dude in your neighborhood teaching you this stuff on my porch, you'd come with a coffee or a case of beer or something. So just think of it that way. At least drop me an email, a friendly email, or comment down below and say that you learned something. That's all. Sometimes a word of encouragement also counts as value for value. That's it. Onward with the tune. Then 25, we repeat. 25 looks exactly like 23. And this starts the same here, but here I do lift at the end to go into, well, we repeat back to the C chord. A quick little note about endings. Once you get to measure 26 there, that verse repeats. So you'd go back to measure 19, go all the way to 25, but you wouldn't do 26 again. That's the first ending. Instead, after measure 25, the second time, you would play the second ending. And that would be the G chord coming up here. Remember, the tab is free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. Way easier if you have the thing printed out. Here's a second ending, 27, just a G chord. Nothing new. Y'all, that is the song. The whole thing just loops and loops where you have chorus, verse, chorus, verse. So the song will end, the final time, they start doing the oohs again for the verse part. Instead of words, they're singing the oohs. And then when you get to measure 22, you'll jump to 29, which is the coda and the tab. So instead of going to the F again and measure 22, and 29 is back to the F, with that little cheat at the end, and then to a C chord. And that's it. Nothing new except at the end, after the C, they just strum the C chord. Beautiful. Boom! Before we do the slow run-throughs, let's just get a general overview. When I do the general overview, this is kind of where you forget about the tab and you maybe just look at a chord chart and you just get a feel for where the lyrics go. So that might be starting with the strum. So if you start in measure, let's start in measure 3 here. 3, 4. It's just hummed. Speed bonnet bow like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry, and it repeats, Mary the lad that's born to be king, over the sea to Skye. Eventually you try to pick all that while you're singing it. Speed, bonny bow, like a bird on the wing. You get it? Not that hard of a song, but you really want that right hand to be muscle memory before you start trying to sing at the same time. Guys, I'm just trying to look up the Corries song so I can sing the melody better to you all, but instead I'm being informed about how shredded my body will be after I do 6 months of nothing but burpees. This is YouTube. Verse, same idea. I'd start with a strum. Maybe you can get that 1, 2, 3 going, like a pick, 2, 3. Loud the wind howls, loud the waves roar, thunder claps rend the air. Baffled our foes stand by the shore, follow, they will not dare. And then eventually you add the picking in there with it. That's it. This song is a great joy. I need to come up with my own version of it. Maybe tweak the melody a bit, add some nuance to it. Really cool song. Let's do the slow run-throughs. Slow run of the intro. 1, 2, 3. We'll repeat those two. Slow run of the chorus for measure 11. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the verse, measure 19, slow run. We'll do it 3 times. First ending, second ending, and then the coda. 2, 3. Barring the F from the beginning, just so you know. That pointer finger, and then the G, sorry, second ending. And it doesn't actually happen a third time, but here, instead of doing 23, we'll jump to the coda after 22. So starting from 19 again. 1, 2, 3.